This is Kevin Mayo, your American correspondent for Real Ale Craft Beer. And today we're drinking a little beer you might have heard of. It's the Alchemist Heady Topper. Considered maybe one of the top 2 or 3 beers in the world. I was able to get a couple of them from one of my customers. I got the greatest customers in the world. Don't know how fresh it is. They do make a big deal about drinking it as fresh as possible. But I do know if you go back and look at DJ's Brew Tube, he actually does a series of reviews as this ages, and it really held up really well over time in his reviews, so we're not too worried about that. Most of you probably know the story. Alchemist was a brew pub in Waterbury, Vermont. They had a flood, Hurricane Irene. I actually lost 2 cars myself in that hurricane. But they had a flood, wiped them out. Literally the week before, they had opened a brand new cannon line with a 15-barrel brewery for just this beer, because it was their most popular beer. So it kept them in business. They're still brewing it. They can't keep it on the shelves. They used to be able to go right there and buy it. Now you can only buy it in stores. And it's like people come from all over. People drive 6, 8, 10 hours to buy this beer. So they also make a big deal about drinking it out of the can, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to pour a little bit in to show the color, because we always talk about color in our reviews. So let's give it a crack. Pretty excited about this. I have had this before. It's not the first time I drank it, but it's the first time I've drank it for Real Ale Craft Beer. So, I mean, it was a fairly light pour, but we got a little bit of a head on it. Maybe just slightly white, off-white. Nice tight bubbles, getting some nice lacing on the side of the glass. And it is a dark orange. Obviously unfiltered, you can't really see through it. We're really not getting too much in the way of carbonation that I can see streaming up through it. So it's not perfectly clear. It's fairly cloudy and hazy. It's all about the hops. This is all about the hops. So let's do the aroma. We're going to do it out of the can because that's where it's best. So you just get a big blast of pine. Underneath that you get some solid citrus, just like grapefruit. And you do pick up a little bit of the bready malt. And the aroma is really, really pungent, really strong. A lot of times I'll sit here and I'll talk about, I'm picking up this, I'm picking up that, and it's faint. In this case here, it's not. It's prevalent. It's up front. It's in your nose. Again, maybe a little bit of grass. Oh, pretty much every time you get a little something a little different. I said I got grass, I got pine, got grapefruit, got a little bit of malt. There's probably a little passion fruit, or I gotta drink it. I'm talking, I'm sipping. We gotta drink it. This is so good. Just for you, Simon. Stone the Crows. This beer is awesome. Just unbelievable. You don't even, it's so good you don't even want to talk about it. But we must, so we will. First off, it's very well balanced. I mean, it does have bitterness at the end. You get a nice hint of the malt. And it really is just a balance to the other flavors that are going to come up later. It's not caramely. It's just, you get a little hint, almost like a Ritz cracker. And then there's grapefruit. And I mean big, juicy grapefruit. Then at the back end, you get the pine. My wife, who hates IPAs, will drink this IPA. She's not getting any, but she would drink it. Man, that is good. Like I said, you don't even want to talk about it. You just want to sit here and sip it and enjoy it. I got one more can. I won't drink it tonight. I'm going to save it. So, we got grapefruit. We got grass. We got pine. We got a little bit of passion fruit, mango. I mean, it's just delicious. You know, I reviewed this on my own site, and I said it's the best beer I ever had. That opinion hasn't changed. We're going to give it 100. We're going to give it the best score it can get. If there's another beer out there that can match this, and there probably is, I would give that 100 too, but I can't imagine it to be anything better than this. So, till next time, keep drinking.